So the first thing you want to do when you get into the server is check the missions. Under priority, there should be a Xenothreat ambush support needed. Then you're going to need a number of these things collected from the cargo sites, and then the other good option would be to pick up Call of Arms, which should be under Mercenaries. So I've accepted both here, and then we can get started. So your first question is going to be where we're going to go. So in the stand system, our only system, you're going to make your way to the stand pyro jump point. That's going to be where the mission's going to take place. So here's Microtech, Crusader, R-Corp, and Hurston. It's going to be down towards the bottom here, towards R-Corp. So make your way to the stand jump point. You'll get a marker here either way if you get the missions, but if you want to start heading here before you can get the mission, that's fine too. Then you want to make your way to the insurance principal here, and you're going to go click on the regeneration tab and transfer imprint, and that's going to be how you're going to set your spawn. And then from there, you want to make your way to the terminals. Now, you might want to ask what kind of ship you need. You can bring a fighter or you can bring a cargo ship. Those are largely going to be the two that you might want to bring in order to help with this. Some people will be fighting off the Ninetailed guys, and some people will be using cargo runners to actually help with unloading the cargo. So here I am. I brought an M2 out, I think, and so from here, there's two entrances. There's one at the top, which is the topper deck, and you're gonna. There's one at the lower deck as well. So here's the lower deck. You can see the cargo in here, but you're not gonna be able to get through. So you have to go up to the top. Now this one's glitched, and there's a door showing, but the door's not really there. So make your way through, and then from there you're gonna head towards the end of the hall here. There are some bodies here. Actually, with the first clear on, I was able to grab a gun off that first one. So if you didn't bring a gun, you probably can grab one here anyways. That dead body always seems to be there. There's also a dead body off to the left. So if you don't have a gun, you can get some gun and armor right there. Make your way to the end of the hall here, and there's going to be a stairway. You're going to have to fight off these guys. Now my gun's glitched here, and it's like looking over the top of it, so I'm going to spend a second to fix it. But anyways, bringing a second gun is also helpful for this if you have a glitch. So I just hopped to my second gun here just to fix that, the interface problem. So there's going to be about 6 guys here. So there's one in the hallway here. Sometimes there's a couple, and you just want to kill them. They have guns. Ammo seems to be pretty scarce, so don't be thinking you're going to get a lot of ammo in here, but at least there's a lot of guns. So there's 3 guys in the hallway here, 3 guys in the main area here that I ended up killing. I think there's a 4th, so there might only be 5 or 6 guys that I ended up killing here. So just be mindful you're going to be taking bullets as well. You're not going to have a med gun in here. I don't think any of these guys have med guns or tractor beams, so if you're going to be doing this, you need a tractor beam, and a med gun is helpful. Obviously I have a tier 3. If you want to bring a Nursa, that would be helpful as well. Now, the other thing you're going to want to be mindful of is don't shoot the cargo, right? That's going to be the next biggest thing. Don't try to do your best not to shoot these green boxes that you have to loot, and then don't shoot any of the yellow or blue boxes as well. So anyways, just be mindful of the cargo. Try to keep your rounds true, if you will. So once you kill everybody, you can also loot their bodies. You would have to drag them back to your ship, but there's interesting loot here. Some of them are the Ninetail guys and have the red jumpsuits. So if you want a couple suits of that, not just what you get in game, that's good. So we're at the door. Now the door button's gone. So what you're going to need to do is there's a little generator. Click crouch down and click the button on this generator, and that will open the back door. So I don't know why they did this, but anyways, just be mindful. That's the first big tip, is you're going to have to use that little generator to open the door. Now you can see a number of ships here. That's not my Corsair, so some people I think have a DC. So there's 1 or 2 ships here. So just get your ship as close as possible to this back door, and then it's time to start looting. There's a couple guys upstairs that you kind of can't get to, and they keep talking, so just ignore them. Also, I had a glitch here where it kept thinking I was landing, so just ignore that as well. Anyways, there's these blue boxes. These are the Zeta Prolanite, so I don't think there's anything special about these. And then the Plex as well. I think the Plex, either the Zeta or the Plex, has a timer associated with them. So you basically have to leave before the timer goes off. You can see here's the Deathromex. That one's indicating that you can't use QT in order to actually fly with that. Otherwise the boxes will break, and I have seen that. So anyways, take as much loot as you can to help out, right? Not just take it, but anyways, loot as much as you can and head your way back to the main station now. Because I have that stuff that I can't QT with, I'm going to have to hump it old school, so that sounds bad. I'm going to have to just ride in through regular nav mode. So go to nav mode, hit the middle mouse button, and get to nav flight mode. That way you don't have the QT thing beeping at you to align correctly. Then you're just going to make your way back to the station. Once you get back to the station, it'll be then time to set up. You can see actually there's a Nitrous right here attacking the base, but by the time I get there, it's well gone. So make your way towards the Jericho station. I'm already towards the back where the Javelin is. You want to get to that javelin, and there's going to be some pads next to it, so that's what really going to be the focus here. So you can see here, I'm coming in, the javelin's ahead of me. Wade, it's going to be a random person's name, captain or whatever, so just make your way towards that javelin, and you can see here there's a number of pads right here. So you're just going to land on one of these pads, and then you're going to offload it here as well. So you're just going to go ahead, there's a terminal in here, and you can sell at the terminal. You'll actually get money from it as well, so this is lucrative as well for those that are actually running the cargo. Once you get on your ship, you can put everything back up. You don't have to do this, but you know, if you want to. I can't imagine a lot of people will be stealing ships here, but anyways, it could be. I think it's closer to the javelin. You can see the javelin in the background there. That's the one I focused on. So go towards the javelin here. That bay, looks like it says bay 1. That's being where you can see the terminals. You can kind of see them in picture here now. So as I get closer, you're just going to sell it just like you would any other commodity. So they have different pricing once you pull your ship up. Some are worth more money than others. I would try not to focus on that too much. Just, you know, come try to help as much as you can. Just grab as much of the loot, and you can take a look here. Some are worth quite a bit. Some of them are not worth as much. But again, they're also smaller boxes. So maybe that's probably the deciding factor here. Once you've done all that, you can head back out and do more runs, or you can also help supply ships. There's also supply ships that come by, and that you can help assist with those. So they're also going to have these supplies in them. Note that sometimes they get buggy. They might get stuck and they can't QT either, so that could be the problem. It could just be because they're buggy, so you might have to loot a lot of these wreckages. But anyways, occasionally, just like I had before I got out here, there's going to be an Idris that attacks the main base. It's up to you if you want to go back and help it. My team and I, my group and I, we didn't actually go back to help that Idris that much. Help the javelin attacking the main base, but if you want to, you can. I'm not sure what happens if they actually, I can't imagine they can kill a javelin, but maybe they can. I imagine it might be invulnerable right now. So anyways, that's what's going on here. I'm attacking the Idris, it's attacking the main base. But again, if you want to skip over this part, just ignore it and continue to loot the wreckages, because that's going to be the primary goal, is you have to complete those 3 items in order to actually beat this particular section, and then you can move on to the next set. Those are largely the main points. At this point, it's just doing this to move on to the next step in the next mission. So once you get that complete, you get the attack on Xenothreat mission, like you can see in the top right corner, and then you have to report for the battle. So it's going to actually take you to the same wreck site, and there'll be a lot of NPCs to fight. Now, mine got bugged out. Mine never stopped saying report for battle. So unfortunately, when you get here, you can go ahead and just start fighting. Ideally, yours switches over, like my buddies. He was able to fight it off, and his worked correctly. So he was able to move on to progress this part to the next step that indicated you have to kill the Idris. You either have to kill the Idris, or you have to attack the crew to get the Idris. Now in our case, we did beat the mission, but unfortunately I didn't get it because mine was bugged, and I also left the server to try to come back really quick so I could try to fix it, because what we ended up doing is we ended up laying a lot of shots in the Idris, and it didn't die. So there's a possibility it's actually still invulnerable from Fleet Week, which is not helpful for this mission. So if that's not the case, it definitely takes a lot of bullets, and we just weren't able to kill it. So what we decided to do is have a boarding team. So people ended up boarding it, and that's how we beat the second part. And so once they boarded it, they went to the bridge. They said that when they got to the bridge, it actually completed the mission. So obviously there's a bunch of NPCs in there as well, so you have to fight your way through the ship. So that's how we ended up beating it. I don't know if that'll always be the case. You might be able to destroy the Idris as well. But for right now, we threw everything at it, everything but the kitchen sink, and it didn't work. So anyways, just something to think about. So we worked our way through it, and again, we were able to complete it. And then the uniform, the Ninetales red uniform you get, does show up in your hangar. Again, I still don't have it yet. I need to go complete the second part because mine bugged out. Hopefully this was helpful for y'all. I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch it. Let me know. I'll put any other comments below if I find any other tips and tricks, but these are the primary things you need in order to complete this mission. Anyways, thanks y'all for checking it out. Thank you all for those that have supported and liked and subscribed. And thank you all for future subscribers. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.